From the NMSU Department of Journalism and Media Studies in collaboration with KRWG, this is the student-produced News22, where news matters.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Zaira Sanchez.
And I'm Miguel Montenegro.
An El Paso man is facing 6.5 years in prison after he shot a bicyclist in a road rage incident. It happened on October 3rd, 2022, when Daniel Garcia was riding his bike on East University.
Christopher Gersmich almost hit him and Garcia yelled at him. During an argument, Gersmich shot Garcia in the face and drove away with his wife and 3 young children in the car. The Las Cruces Sun News reports that in his impact statement, Garcia said in addition, 2 facial surgeries that still cause pain. He failed in his first attempts to qualify for medical school. He said his grades, mental health, and physical health have suffered. Garcia said, because I supposedly rubbed you the wrong way. More than 450 guns are in the hands of the El Paso police after a gun buyback on September 21st.
That's right, and while some people were happy to get rid of them, anything dealing with guns brings different options. News22, Jorge Fonseca reports.
People started lining up early at the El Paso County Coliseum, bringing rifles or pistols to get rid of.
Imagine every gun that comes in here is a gun that was laying around. It's not a gun that was in a safety box or anything like that. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't bring it.
The police didn't ask any questions, not about where the guns came from or why the person had them or why they wanted to get rid of them. The whole thing took about 5 minutes.
But I told the officer, I told him, this is not my gun, this is my sister, she passed away and I don't want it in my house. And he checked it out, he said, fine, no problem. And, and it was easy.
I'm next to a truck carrying around 300 firearms, from handguns to assault rifles. All of these guns will be destroyed in the next few weeks. But even a gun buyback creates disagreement. Across the street, a small group of men had a different perspective.
I mean, we got to protect our Second Amendment rights, I mean, with these guns that are going back, they're going to destroy them.
While the police gave people gift cards for the guns, these men offered cash so the guns will not be destroyed.
I'm trying to buy guns from people that are trying to sell them back to the buyback, trying to keep the guns in the community, trying to buy them for myself or maybe one of my buddies that wants something.
The police look at this as a service to the community. They say just having unused guns laying around can be dangerous, especially for children. They say getting rid of them can make homes safer. Jorge Fonseca, News22.
And I don't know if you noticed, but it's getting a lot colder during the evenings.
Yes, and here's Abby to tell us more all about it.
Thank you, guys. Yes, I mean, we have been seeing cooler weather recently, and right now we're seeing a temperature of 84 degrees with partly sunny skies, winds going south-southwest at 4 miles per hour, humidity at 18%, dew point 36 degrees, and the barometer is at 30.09 inches. Now taking a look at today's high at 86 degrees, when on average it's at 81. Today we're having a low of 58 degrees. And in 1979, we had a record high of 93 degrees. In 1976, we had a low of 32 degrees. We had no rain today, so that leaves our yearly precipitation at 3.64 inches. That's all I have. Let's take it back to the desk for more news.
Thanks, Abby. The U.S. Census Bureau has some data. New Mexico officials shows government programs are lifting children out of poverty. The group New Mexico Voices for Children says refundable tax credits are shown to have the biggest impact on lifting kids out of poverty. Other programs such as SNAP programs and school lunch also helped. A spokesman for the groups says this information is crucial for lawmakers as it shows how anti-poverty policies improve children's daily lives. As winter gets closer, those kids will need coats to stay warm. And for the 30th year in a row, the Las Cruces Coats for Kids campaign is working to make sure they are warm. This year, they hope to help more than 2,000 children ages 5 through 5th grade in Las Cruces and Doña Ana County. Over 60,000 coats have been given to the needy children since the program began in 1995. You can help by making an online donation to Coats for Kids. Gently used children's coats may be taken to any comet cleaners in Las Cruces through the end of the year. Stay tuned. Abby will be back with the national forecast. Welcome back. You're watching News 22.
Where news matters. Saida, and Florida has been having a really hard time lately.
Yes, that's true. And Abby is next with the national weather forecast.
Yes, you guys are exactly right. I mean, Florida is going through it, but we'll take a closer look after I go over tonight's forecast. As you can see, temperatures across the U.S. tonight, pretty nice, cooling down over here on the east side. Boston 47 degrees tonight, Buffalo at 45. Take it down to the southwest. Phoenix still at 76 degrees. It should cool down, I don't know when. And El Paso 64 degrees. Now taking a look at my next map. We're zooming into Florida. As you can see, Hurricane Milton, currently Category 5, going 475 miles southwest of Tampa, Florida. Winds at 165 miles per hour. And taking a look at my next map, we're going to look at the predicted path that Milton is taking. As you can see, it's probably going to make landfall Wednesday evening, early Thursday morning. Should be out by Friday at the latest. Now, taking a look at my next map, storm surge is the biggest concern right now. That's why they are urging for evacuations. As you can see, Tampa is going to get hit with about 10 to 15 feet. This areas in the red, 5 to 10, 10 to 12 feet. Areas in the yellow, 3 to 5 feet, 2 to 4 feet, and then the least is about 1 to 3 feet. Now, the Hurricane Milton may be the first major hurricane to hit Tampa Bay in more than 100 years. So if you are in that area, if you know anyone in that area right now, please urge them to evacuate, just as the mayor has been saying. Now, that's all I have right now for your national weather forecast. I will be back with your local temperatures after this break. Welcome back. Let's take a look at those local temperatures. As you can see, Farmington is at 80 degrees right now. Clovis 79, Socorro experiencing 82 degrees, Albuquerque at 82 as well. Roswell 86 degrees. Here in Las Cruces, we're seeing a nice 84 degrees right now, and Deming at 84 as well. Now tomorrow, Gallup will see 80 degrees, Albuquerque 85 degrees, Santa Fe 78, Clovis at 91, and here in Las Cruces, just 1 degree lower at 90 degrees. Now Deming as well at 90 degrees. Now Alamogordo tonight will experience a low of 57 degrees and clear skies tomorrow, high of 88, and clear and sunny skies. Taking it over to Truth or Consequences tonight, they will see a bit of clouds here and there in the sky with a low of 54 degrees. Now tomorrow, sunny skies with a high of 89 degrees. In Silver City tonight, they'll have a low of 54 degrees, clear skies. Tomorrow, a high of 82 and clear and sunny skies as well. Now, here in Las Cruces tonight, we will see a low of 58 degrees, clear skies. Tomorrow, high of 90 degrees with clear and sunny skies as well. That's all I have. Let's take it back to Saida and Miguel for more news.
And Varvar is next with sports.
Thanks. Coming up in sports, former Aggie Diego Pavia shocked the world last Saturday. You can toss that remote because Sports News 22 is next.
This is KRWG-TV News 22 Sports.
For the win! He got it!
Welcome back. I'm Varvara Nikolaeva and let's talk sports. The UTEP basketball team is taking a quick trip across the border. The Autonomous University of Juarez hosted the Miners at their basketball court this past weekend for an open practice, strengthening the relationship between the cities. UACG is happy to promote the sport in the community. This would be the first time in the school's history where the Miners would visit the city for open demonstration, showing their talents to the borderland fan base.
Right, it's our sister city. It's right next door. We have a bunch of fans over here and families and friends, and so a lot of students that live here in Juarez that go to UTEP, and so obviously we just wanted to embrace that part of the fan base.
NMSU men and women's golf team are traveling to Santa Ana this week to compete in NB3 match play. The event started earlier today and the Lady Aggies haven't gotten off to a great start. Currently, they're in tie for last place overall. The men are doing better so far and they're sitting in first. The event is hosted by former PGA Tour winner Nota Begay III. That features Stanford, Texas, and UNM competing with the Aggies. You can catch the second half of the action tomorrow on Peacock. And that's all for sports tonight. Join us for more sports action tomorrow. Still ahead on News 22, Abby will be back to take a look at your 5-day forecast.
Now let's take a look at our top stories.
A man convicted of a road rage shooting is sentenced to 6 years. His victim says it's put a stop to some of his ambitious plans. A gun buyback brought out many who wanted to get rid of guns and some who wanted to keep them.
And now let's take a look at our 5-day forecast.
Yes, let's take a look at that 5-day. As you can see, pretty nice temperatures coming for the rest of the week. Temperatures in the low 90s through Wednesday and Sunday. Sunny skies all 5 days, and Wednesday lows 58, and Thursday, Friday low 59, and then Saturday back up at 60, and Sunday back to low 56. That's all I have. Let's take it back.
And that's all for News 22 Tuesday. Thank you everyone for joining us.
I'm Miguel Montenegro. And from the whole News 22, Zaira, Abigail, Barbara, and myself, have a great night.
This news brief en español is brought to you by Noticias 22, la información más completa de Nuevo México, El Paso y la frontera. Noticias 22.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Carmina Conde y estas son las breves de hoy con Noticias 22. La semana pasada, un hombre del Paso fue sentenciado a 6 años y medio de prisión tras un accidente que resultó en un disparo a un ciclista hace 2 años. El incidente ocurrió el 3 de octubre del 2022, cuando la policía de Las Cruces fue informada de un disparo en la avenida Main del sur de Las Cruces. Múltiples personas vieron a Daniel García en su bicicleta cuando Christopher Gersimich lo empujó con su vehículo y disparó a la víctima múltiples veces. La víctima fue dirigida al Centro Médico Memorial y tuvo que pasar por 2 cirugías faciales. Daniel García también presentó demanda a Christopher Gersimich, su esposa y el restaurante La Posta por lesiones personales. Christopher fue sentenciado el jueves con 3 años de sentencia por asalto agravado, 6 meses de agresión y 3 años por uso de arma de fuego. Más de 450 armas están en la mano de la policía del Paso después de una recompra de armas el 21 de septiembre, en el cual las armas serán destruidas en las próximas semanas. La policía no hizo preguntas sobre cómo los propietarios consiguieron las armas ni por qué ellos querían deshacerse de ellas. Algunas personas pensaban que la policía no deberían destruir las armas y ofrecieron a comprarlas con dinero en efectivo en vez de tarjetas de regalo que ofreció la policía. La policía dice que las armas no utilizadas son peligrosas, especialmente para los niños, y esperan que esto resultará en cosas más seguras y una comunidad más relajada. Esto ha sido todo por hoy, muchas gracias y recuerden seguirnos en nuestras redes sociales.